Right. Hello. I decided this reading is going to be a general collective reading for everyone, all the signs. And I pre-pulled some cards. I am using what is this called? The 78 Tarot Astral Tarot and Space. And I'm going to try to pronounce this. The Tarot Oscuro. I'm using that one for further clarification. And yeah, so let's get on into it. These three cards all popped out together here. So we have the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords in reverse. And to further explain that is the Ten of Wands in the upright. So with these three cards together, I'm feeling this is describing somebody. This is describing somebody who has managed to have a wide perspective. They're able to see both sides of the coin. And they're I'm hearing the word integrated, balance, this could also be talking about two people. But I feel like it's more like just general, like your general overview of things. Like you might have everyone has their biases and their beliefs, their permission slips, if you will. But you have the unique ability to kind of go beyond that, to be humble enough to actually see other people's perspectives and to change your mind when presented with information that may be conflicting, and you're not so stubborn and stuck in your belief systems that you can't evolve. And then I'm also gathering this is somebody that's a leader, very confident, and not really into like showing off, really. Like they don't really need to show off because their presence is something that won't be overlooked. When this person or you walk into a room, you're noticed. You know that feeling when you can feel someone looking at you and you turn your head and you see they're looking at you. Like that happens to you all the time. So you have a very commanding presence. But with that being said, I feel like because you are aware, especially what's going on in the world right now, how everything is so polarizing, that you tend to make yourself smaller or not really fully express yourself and your ideas. You prefer to express yourself to maybe certain individuals or in private, not out in public or on certain platforms, or maybe not even to anyone. You might just keep the thoughts to yourself and like journal them down or something. And that's kind of conflicting with that strong person that you are. But it's really coming from a place of love and understanding and trying to allow people the space they need. If they want to be polarized, that's their choice. It's their life. They can do with it what they will. You don't have to choose to be a part of it. And that that point where you choose not to be a part of it is where you start either self-censoring, or you just kind of put that person or a group of people or situation into a certain category of like, okay, they're here, they're on this side, so we'll just, and to be true to yourself, like you can't really cater to their side because you see both sides. And this is becoming burdensome. I feel like you're just bursting with ideas, or you have a specific idea that maybe you've kind of kept to yourself, or kind of kept it on the back burner because maybe it might be considered controversial or taboo, or you know, not the popular perspective, shall we say. Because it's kind of like when if you would allow yourself to be whom you really want, whom you really are, well, it's not that you're not allowing yourself to be that, it's just that you're holding yourself back from other people, and in an essence you're holding yourself back, period. Like you might be doing it for other people, but you're really stifling yourself in the process. So then the next cards we have here is the Two of Wands, and then to further explain that is the Knight of Wands. So again, I'm getting, you know what you really want, and what you want is more than what you've got. And the only way to get that thing or idea or lifestyle, or maybe you have an idea for a new type of business, or to not, or quit your job and become an entrepreneur and just really like venture out there and go somewhere where you've never gone before. And this is what you want, but you're still like in the deciding phase. I think that's part of what's such a burden, because you're like going back and forth in your head. But with the Knight of Wands here, that is a sure sign. It's telling you to go for it. The Knight of Wands is all about embracing the adventure with passion and creativity, and you can't contain this energy of the Knight of Wands. And again, that's why it's becoming a burden. All right, so then the last cards here, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and to further explain that is the Ace of Cups in the upright. So with these cards here, this could be talking about a new love, but I think what this is more talking about is like you're really starting to pay, instead of doing things in like trying to like be mindful of other people, or like worry about how other people feel, you're starting to really pay attention to how you feel, and really going within and focus, and understanding that if you don't take care of you, if you don't love you, then there's no way that you'll be able to do that for other people or for anyone else. You have to take care of you first, or else you can't give to others. And with this Ace of Cups here, to further explain it, it's like, I feel like it's this idea that you have, or this adventure that you want to embark on, is something that you really feel will help humanity. Whether it be, well, it's clearly like speaking your truth and living your truth. But what you're doing isn't from the ego. Yeah, you want more, but it's not because you want more because you're being selfish. It's because you feel stifled and held back where you are because you know that you can be doing so much more to help others. This is coming from a place of love, and your cup of love is overflowing and you want to share it with others. But you have to make sure that you're providing that nurturing, loving care to yourself, again, before you can provide for others. And this also makes me feel like this is talking about maybe a new business venture or idea. But it's like very like creative energy, like even if it's something that someone has already done, it still won't be the same as what you're doing because of the creativity that you're putting into it. This as Queen of Pentacles could also be talking about maybe saving money or going on a budget in order for and that's because you're just really like trying to get your shit in order, your house in order. And the Pentacles, you know, are associated with material possessions and wealth, where the Ace of Cups is like, you know, emotional, and the Ace of Cups is an offering. It's not a for sure. It's, will you take this opportunity and allow what the Ace of Cups can bring to you, which could be a new relationship. It's something that's new, and it's something that's full and overflowing of love and creativity, inspiration. So I'm gonna just clarify a little bit here. All right. Ooh, what's this card? The High Priestess. Oh, snap. All right, what about the last cards here? The Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Just take a little swig of water here. Okay, so to backtrack, with this here, again, so the Nine of Wands came up, and I kind of touched on this already. It's just further driving that home, that your guard is up. And you're just like, you're watching everybody, you're paying attention to everybody's reactions, and you're not missing anything. You notice it all. And just a side note, this Ten of Wands could also be you feeling like you need help with this plan that you're trying to put into action, or trying to figure out how to put it into action. Yeah. And then for these two cards here, you have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess is one bad mamma jamma, especially this one, who's also got an eye, a big ol' eye. Her third eye is blown up, man. She's very in touch with the cycles of the moon, and very obviously it's talking about a feminine card. It's a feminine card. Oh my gosh, I can't talk all of a sudden. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card with these cards here, with this choice of this adventure, or stay where you're at and be content with what you have, and with, again, with the Knight of Wands is like assure, like telling you to go for it. This Knight of Wands is a dragon, right? So yeah, dragons are usually considered like obviously mythical, and some even consider them to be magical, spiritual. So this kind of goes right into the High Priestess here, and you are armed with all that you could possibly need to make this happen. The only thing holding you back is your apprehension to take the next step. And when you do take that next step, you are just gonna like launch yourself forward, and it's not even, it's, there will be no fear. It's gonna be so fun, and even the bumps and the hiccups are welcomed, because when you're in this mindset and this flow state, it's just a way to learn what not to do, or a way to understand how to maneuver when you're presented with a similar obstacle. And then this is the knowledge that you know, like the secret knowledge. I think that's part of like this knowledge that you have over here, of this overall view and this balance, and being able to see both sides of the coin, being able to see that people are polarized, being able to see the mechanisms of literally mind control, and somehow you're able to duck and weave through it because you're able to spot it, you're able to see it, and because you're able to see it, it's like you already knew that it was there, because you have that secret knowledge and you're open to it. You're not going to shut yourself down to it. And I think that's part of like, and that's like watching, like who's really paying attention and who's doing what when I say this, because then you kind of like gauge where they're at in, dare I say it, their ascension. And everybody's on their own journey and their own ascension path. Some are just moving faster than others, and you are fast tracking it, especially as soon as you decide to take that step here, that next step. And I do believe you will. And then to further explain these cards here, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's just no fight left in you when it comes to this energy. You know that it's important to work on yourself, and I think that's part of what this journey is. That's part of what this adventure is. It's you can no longer fight yourself and holding yourself back. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing. Let me see. Let me do final messages / advice for the collective that is resonating with this reading. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, the Queen of Swords is going to speak her truth, and she is armed with the Sword of Truth. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords, and she's not going to hold back. Now, this is the upright Queen of Swords, so she's going to do it in a very diplomatic fashion. But there's no denying the truth in her words and her actions. And she's like, in my opinion, the minor arcana version of Justice. And is that a spotted lanternfly? I don't know what that is. I think it's a made-up bug. And look, she also is blinded like Justice. See no evil, hear no evil. Her, she doesn't have any ears either. And then, what is this? This is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is easy for you. Once you step into your truth and just let it go, everything is going to be so easy for you, because you're your own worst enemy. You're holding yourself back. You're fighting yourself. Let me get one more card for... we got the Page. I don't want to cover up the High Priestess, right? Her little minions might get me. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Hang on a sec. Okay. So I think what's also going to be easy for you is figuring out this money situation. And I do think it's a money situation because, especially with the state of the world and how everything is going, so how the universe works is it's a mirror, and it gives you more of what you're putting back, what you're putting out. So if what you're putting out is the truth and it's real and it's not sugar coated, it might be a little raw, but once it starts to flow, it won't be so harsh. I just felt like I needed to say that. Because you're not doing this to rub people the wrong way. You're doing this because this isn't about them. This is about you. And once you start putting that energy out into the universe, that is what you're going to get back. You're going to know what to do when you need to do it, because the truth is going to be shown to you. No one's going to be able to manipulate you. You're going to see the crashes before they happen. You're going to see the pitfalls before you approach them. You're going to find the path that will take you where you need to go, and you'll be where you need to be just at the right time. And it sounds fanciful, but I mean, that's really how it works. That is manifesting. So even though I feel like, because I feel like this has something to do, it's tied with money and has something to do with a business idea. You're unsure with like how it's going to work out with the money situation, because it's kind of hard to see how it's going to go. But again, trust that if you work on you and put out the energy of truth, that's what you're going to get back, and you're going to know how to navigate and how to maneuver. I just repeated myself. I don't know why I needed to do that, but apparently it was necessary. So that is the reading. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. And if you did like it, please like the video. Please share it if you want to share it. And if you don't want to miss any of the stuff I post, please subscribe. Thank you so much for viewing my content. Bye-bye.